Well, welcome everybody. Hey, my name is Chuck Hansen, and it is July the 15th. I can't hardly believe it. For all of you that don't know me, your luck has just run out, right? I've been around the network marketing industry now for, I can't believe it, 31 years. I hate to say that, given the fact that I'm only 32. But no, it's been a great ride for the last 31 years. I never thought that I'd ever be in network marketing. I mean, I always thought it was for people that couldn't find a real job. And then I went to a meeting. I saw a lot of people having an awful lot of fun, making a whole lot of money. And I said, you know what? I've got to do this. And so that was 31 years ago. That was a meeting in Memphis, Tennessee. And I've never looked back. I've become a seven-figure earner in the industry. I built organizations of over 400,000 people twice. I've traveled over 6 million miles, done thousands and thousands of meetings around the globe. And, now with the luxury of technology like this, I wish that we had it back then, but we didn't, and now we do. So, hey, this evening we've got some great information that we want to share with you, and to kind of get things kicked off, I'm gonna introduce Rick. Rick Jerrills and I have known each other for about 20 years. We became friends, and we just stayed friends. We haven't really worked together up until this point. And had it not been for Rick, had it not been for Dave Jordan, getting me to listen to a call that was on May the 20th, introducing the Slim Roast Optimum product, I wouldn't be here today, because what I heard on that call was unbelievable, to the point where I knew I had to either, get on board or watch this thing go by and, do the kind of numbers that I think it's going to do in 2019, 2020, 2021. But Rick is going to be talking with a good friend of mine, Dave Glickman. Dave is up in Pennsylvania, and Dave is one of those pioneers. Dave was responsible for starting, and I do say starting, the sampling business 21 years ago. He owns a company that currently sends samples out for about 50 network marketing companies. He does 4,000 or 5,000 samples a day. So he definitely has this down pat. He develops lots of leads, and that's what we're going to talk about. Some of the secret weapons, and then I'm going to come back on and talk to you about another secret weapon, which is our branded apparel. So, Rick, as soon as you can put the coffee down, man, I will mute out, and you can take it away.
Sounds great. Well, thanks for having me on the call, Chuck. Pretty excited about meeting Dave Glickman. I mean, here's the thing. I'm going to talk about lead generation here, and a program that David has that I think is, I've tried everything the past 4 years. We do all the internet, opt-ins, and we buy those leads and get your clicks. You buy clicks or you buy opt-ins on the internet. It seems like you buy 400 clicks or you buy 100 opt-ins, and it seems like you get 99 tire kickers or 99, wrong addresses, wrong phone numbers. And all I see is a bunch of money being wasted. Thank God we have one of I think the absolute best unique product in the marketplace where we can basically go to our warm market with it. So we have a really strong warm market product, but for those who like to do cold market or leads on top of warm market and really get their groups rocking, I just thought this was a pretty fail-safe type program, because I know the gentleman and I know where he lives. So But joking aside, no, really. When you know somebody, you trust them, they can set up a program that's not going to hurt people and it's not going to take their money. And we'll find out in a second. What I want to do is just bring on Dave Glick. Let me just explain this first. These are leads. We get them many different ways, and one of them is advertising on social media. And they'll click in and they'll fill out a form and fill out their correct information. And there are specific questions we ask. I mean, we could set it up however we desire. A couple good questions is, do you drink coffee? Do you want to lose weight? How many pounds would you like to lose? And we've gone back and forth about asking about, well, would you be interested in a home business that actually has a weight loss coffee? And so, we don't have to necessarily even hit the business. My goal with this is to get a ton of customers. And it's up to us as leaders to actually turn a customer into a business builder anyhow. People, once they believe in the product, they're going to be open to the business opportunity. So, but it has to work for them first. They may or may not hand over $499 to you in the first 5 minutes. Some of us have the ability to get that kind of money in 5 minutes, but the majority of us are okay with somebody becoming a customer. So the other way that Dave Glickman through leadpick.com is he's got tons. I'm talking 14 million or so emails. And a lot of these emails come from former nutritional companies in network marketing and other databases that he can also purchase. I've got access to some 12 million myself that I could actually sell to Dave and put him in his system to dial for all of us as well. But I've been told by Dave that what happens is when you purchase the program, it's like a pack. You're going to purchase a pack every single month, whether it's a $60, $100, or $199 package, and you're going to get, so many leads for that package. And what I've been told is if that lead is no good, is that it will get replaced. In other words, if the information is incorrect, the phone number, the email, then you'll be able to get that lead replaced. And we'll have a back office set up to where you can literally do that right from your back office. And you'll have your own back office link as well. Okay, so with that, let me bring Dave Glickman on. You on right now, Dave?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Hey, do I click my own image to be full screen? Am I full screen, or do you make me full screen?
Yeah, you're full screen right now.
Oh, cool.
Okay,
very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Anyway, did I describe that fairly accurate?
Actually, you did a beautiful job. We're up to 51 companies since
Okay.
we've talked about three weeks ago. We've brought on 2 more because Rick, and I know everybody in the industry understands that the importance of having customers and building a customer base, which of course that's the horse and the cart, which is more important. They're both important, but from the regulators' point of view and from the attorneys generals in every state, they need to see customers on the books. And that's why I do appreciate what you said. And Chuck, you said about 21 years ago, I was fighting pretty much upstream with trying to say, although I was with a company, I was one of their best recruiters. And the reason why I was one of their best recruiters was I had the most customers to recruit from. And I really believe that for the year 2018, 2019, 2020, our industry is going to be put to the test. We're going to be put to the test to find out, do we have a customer, we do not want our distributors garage qualified. We want them commission qualified, happy, excited, making the money that they expected to make and it's not going to happen with them being forced to, to buy product just to meet certain badge, pin levels, and that's where I come from. So, Rick, with with your introduction, you hit on about 5 of the most important points. And what I like to do is just take a few minutes and talk about the fact that these leads that I procure are all customized, and they're targeted leads to Valentis, Optimum. This is Slim Roast. This is a creative ad that we, as a team, we create the ad, we create the survey questions. You were right. How many pounds do you want to lose? What other methods have you tried? How many cups of coffee do you drink a day? And all this is designed to do is to give us as distributors a very comfortable conversational path. We're not trying to sell them on the business opportunity with our first phone call. That is obviously our goal, to make them become part of our downline, because the product sells itself. I know that. I'm going to say to you right off the bat, my wife and I we use Optimum, twice a day. My wife makes iced coffee every afternoon, and it takes her through breakfast and lunch, and we have a nice healthy dinner. And we've both lost in just about 35 days. She's lost 7 pounds. And I'm a very fit and very active person. I've lost 6 pounds, and I'm pretty excited about the fact that at 6'1", and weighing 195, and I wanted to lose that midriff, and that's exactly what I lost, that little muffin top. As a lot of you know what that is. But what I'm most confident about, and this is so powerful for me with my years in all the years that I've been doing samples for other companies, I've never really been that impressed. I've never really been that impressed about antioxidants and, skincare creams and weight loss pills that cost a lot of money, don't seem to do anything. Send a sample of a 2-ounce liquid of an antioxidant and tell me how you feel in 2 days. There's no reaction to that. It's ridiculous. But I've sent out millions of companies of antioxidants over the years. I've sent out all these different skincare products and all these water. You take a liquid water and you put it into other water and it electrifies it. And I don't. Okay, can you really? Is that a demonstratable product? No. Well, Valentis Optimum is a demonstratable product. You put 2 sticks in a beautifully done, a beautifully crafted envelope, custom designed with your name on it, their first name. We're going to make a custom letter to say to them, hey, James, here's your sample. Here is how to take it. Here's some of the ideas of how to use it. And right on the bottom, it's going to say, if you'd like to, when you'd like to order more, here's my website. If you have any questions, here's my phone number. If you want to send me an email, it's all done customized. So that sample is a very, very professional sample. And folks, I want to get you out of the business of licking envelopes and handwriting people's names on the end of a sample, because again, the company is going to be providing us a magnificent sample, a foldable, mailable sample, but that's not the point. The point is, you hit one button in your own private back office, and our fulfillment company takes over from that point on. You don't have to think about it again. You're going to be notified of when a tracking number will go out. You can follow that tracking number. It comes with the cost of the sample. And guys and gals, I want to be very excited. I'm very excited about this one thing. This is going to be a BVable item. You're going to be able to buy it directly from the company. It's going to drop ship to my warehouse. And if you order 10 or 30 or whatever the number might be, or 130, you're going to be able to have an inventory not sitting in your garage, sitting in a professional warehouse. And you're going to be able to send that by clicking a button next to that person's name and be done with it. You don't want to be licking envelopes. You don't want to be going to the post office. You don't want to wait till Friday or ask your try to pay your, your daughter, hey, every time I get 20 samples, you know what? If you wait for every time you get 20 requests, they're going to forget about you. But if I'm on the phone with you and I like what I hear from that survey, and if I like the way you as a prospect have been talking to me, I'm gonna hit that one button, and 5 to 6 days later, that person, you can track it and find out, well, they received their sample, and you can call them up and say, hey, Jim, I see you received your sample on Thursday. How'd you like it? What did it do for you? Tell me all about it. And when are you ready to order? And we have to cheat, and we teach that positive attitude about everybody in the world's, buying this, and everybody in the world is getting, people that try it love it. And for $2 a cup, you can't even make your own coffee this healthy and this positive. So what I wanted to bring to that's my items 1, 2, and 3. We have a survey we're going to ask them, and again, I said a comfortable conversation. I don't want you folks to believe and feel that you've got to do anything more than just qualify the fact that, hey, are they interested parties? I have to admit to you, it's up to you to decide that, do you want to spend the shipping and handling? So folks, Rick did say something very important before. We're going to have a $59.95 plan, a $99.95 plan, and a $199.95 plan. And they're all just dollars of credits. And they're sitting in your account. They roll over each month. If you don't use all your credits, they roll over. Hey, if you happen to use up all your credits because we're in a big push month and the company's, maybe you want to get to the next level and you want to buy, if you've run out of credits, you can, of course, go ahead and buy more credits during that month. But the beautiful thing about this is that any way you can use your credits to either buy leads or send samples. Now, if you own those samples, if you've already bought them from Valentis, you own them. Your upline's been paid, you've been paid, your downline's been paid. Everybody, all the matrices, everything's working properly. But all you've got to do, and folks, if I can send a sample, the shipping and handling, the postage and the envelope and the customized letter and the return address, I will promise you, I can do this a lot cheaper and a lot faster than anyone here can. And that's how we're going to build a business, by getting people to try Valentis. I believe, if you can get, what would our company be like if we got Valentis in 1 million hands in 2018? What would this be like? And I'm going to ask you a question right now, everybody on this call. What would it be like if you had 100 new customers buying a tub of Optimum at $59.95? What would your business be like if in 90 days you had 100 people buying the tub? You'd be making $20 each. So, oh my gosh, $2,000 a month. I can talk to people about earning $2,000 a month. What would happen if 5 or 6 of those people became distributors because they fell in love with the product, or maybe someone they know says to them, my gosh, how do I, my sister wants to try this, how do I do it? And you say, well, do you want me to make the money, or do you want to make the money? So our goal, and I do live seminars, and I know Rick does live seminars all the time, and so does Chuck, but our goal is to teach your downline or your new people to recruit with the idea that we'll have thousands of requests in a database of people, well, thousands of names sitting in a database that have filled out that survey. Rick did say an important thing. We guarantee accuracy. If that phone number is wrong, if the email's wrong, if the address is wrong, all you've got to do is, there's another button on the left side of their name. You click that button and we give you back how many credits you spent to get that lead. And that's how we guarantee accuracy. If the people don't know anybody by that name, hit a button, get a new lead. Hit another button, get another lead. It's simple as that. The fourth thing, and second to last, because Rick told me I only have about 2 hours to do this, right? Is that right, Rick? I only have 2 hours to get this completed. Is that true? So no, I'm going to wrap this up, because folks, we have provided, we're going to be building a back office for you. This will be our 51st custom system designed for Valentis. This is going to be a system that's designed for you and with you. We take, we're able to take all, if you've got inputs of what you'd like to see, we have autoresponder emails. We're going to be sending videos on YouTube of customer testimonials. It's all by one click of a button. As soon as you download that lead, it's your lead. It's absolutely 100% segregated and integrated to you. This is never sold again. It's permanently you own that lead. We do not market that person again, and that is, I think, one of the nicest things. Like Rick said, you're not going to find people that say, "Oh, you're the 19th person that's called me today." You're going to find out that somebody says, "Oh my gosh, I do want my sample." You go through a little 4-minute little script that we provide for you, and you just find out, hey, are they really serious when they pay $60? And that's simply that. The last thing I do want to say is, folks, you are going to get inside of your back office up to 99 links that are personal links to you. Now, if you happen to be good at social media, if you happen to be good at being able to drop a link of our creative ad into your Facebook or your Twitter account, if that link is, if they want a free cup of healthy, delicious weight loss coffee, click here, and they fill out the exact same survey that we're doing, but it was your link, it's a free lead to you. It doesn't cost you a penny. So we don't care how you spend your dollars. And Rick had said something earlier, and I wanted to make a clarification. Rick had said, whether it's $59.95 or $99.95 or $109.95, we really don't want to say, well, that'll buy you, 40 leads, because you want to buy leads and postage and handling. So I don't know what the balance is going to be. There are some people that will generate all their own free leads and just want our company to send out the professional sample with the one touch. So they might use their $60 to just be sending leads because they know how to generate, sending samples because they know how to generate leads. So any way you use it doesn't matter. And again, the rollover factor is, don't worry about it if you don't use up all your money. We'll roll it over to the next month. Okay. So Rick, do you feel, have I kind of given it the overview that you need?
I just have a couple questions.
Go ahead.
One is, when they click that button, the current system that Valentis has had has not worked. Because, you say you're going to put your name in there, and 2 weeks later, the sample still hasn't gone out.
Right.
So when someone's in your back office and they're able to click that button, how many hours or days? I like hours better.
It is
does
hours.
it take before it actually goes out?
6 days a week. We scan that. We scan, it's called an API, and it comes right over to us. Every 6 hours in an 18-hour day, we scan how many people who have requested a sample. There's a very, very good chance that if you ordered, like if a lot of people work at night, and if you click and order 12 samples to be sent out that evening, or 5, whatever the number might be, they're going to be going out in and Rick, this is kind of interesting because we have 18-wheelers from the United States Postal Service come up to our docks twice a day. So that might be going out on our 1 o'clock tractor trailer or our 4:30 tractor trailer. But Monday through Saturday, it's going out in probably 12 to 14 hours.
Okay, good. Because that's what I want, same day or next morning.
Absolutely.
So the other question I had is, on the sample packs, we don't know yet what Dave is coming out with because of the price points.
Right.
The $59.95 is great for 24 sticks and 10 sample packs. So let's say that was the only one that we had. I'm hoping Dave will have some bigger sample packs, not just the $59. because it's a little difficult to do a business builder pack for $4.99 and get somebody 10 sample packs for only $31, which is what it would cost per product. So that's a little, so we don't know that yet. But if I do purchase my sample pack and I do it in my back office, I would most likely have to go back in there and make sure that the shipping was going to your fulfillment center. The question is, how are you going to track where that came from? Does the name that I have in my Valentis is going to be tracked by ID number, or are you going to get my samples and say, oh, here's Rick's ID number from Valentis, and he's using that same number in your back office, or is it going to be by my business name that I'm shipping to you? You know what I mean?
Right. I've actually, DJ and I have talked this out. Dave and I have talked this out, and they're going to create a SKU in the back office that says, because look, we want people to have their own tubs for their own consumption and
Right.
be able to give out. So this is going to help everybody's downline, because we might increase the auto ship. It might automatically increase the auto ship from, to double $59.95, one tub to the house, and then another, the other SKU says send to the fulfillment center. And we're going to make a pretty neat deal where you'll probably be able to get free shipping and handling when you click a button to say, send me one tub for myself and send me one 10-pack of samples to myself. Maybe you do want to do, you might want to hand out your own samples, but send 10 or 30 to Dave's fulfillment center in State College, Pennsylvania. We will get an API with your company ID. When you sign up for our system, you're going to use a company ID. You're going to use your own company ID as identification. We don't care what your name is or what your LLC is. It's whatever company ID. It comes through an API. When we receive when your credit card goes through at Valentis, it sends us automatically. It says give John 10 samples, 10 sample credits in his back office, and you can use them as you go. When you get down to one, go back into Valentis's back office and order another 10 or order another 30. But he even told me that he's so excited about this sample system that he might offer the builder pack all samples. He might offer the whole thing.
Yeah, he's trying to work it out. My other question is, let's say I've used up my leads in the back office, and I was kind of, I got a little bit of money or credits back there, but I've got a lead that I generated on my own. Can I input that lead into your back office?
You can import
and send them a sample from your fulfillment center?
You can, guys, and Rick, that's a very good question. And that, from my heart and soul, I don't, if you buy leads from us because we do it very well, that's wonderful. But if you've got lists of people, if you can download a list of up to 1,000 at a time from your own spreadsheet, you can import them. It's called an import. And folks, they have to be opted in. You can't just, we're not going to spam people because you're using my servers. We own our own servers, and we spend about $40,000 a year to be whitelisted. So you're going to be you can import, or you can either handwrite a name of a person you just met on the street, or you could import 100 leads or 1,000 leads at a time. But I just want you to be careful about the fact that they better be opted in, or your account will be flagged. So I think that's an honest, realistic approach to the fact that yes, the answer is 100% import your own, handwrite your own. But yes, that is part of our features.
Yeah, I mean, I want people calling and recruiting and verifying. I don't want people having to fill out 50 samples a day. I mean, if they could, it would be really great if they could just add 50 names plus the 50 they got from your system into your system. I mean, I don't think it'll be like that, but hey, I just wanted to make sure, that we had that option. Maybe you ran out at home and I got 2 or 3 here and I want to put them in. I don't
Sure.
think it would be done in a massive way. I think the people are more interested in getting new leads from your system and clicking a button and having that sample go out and then being able to follow up after we get the email that says that person received it.
Yeah.
And so I'm pretty excited about that system. As long as they're filling out that form and they're saying, yes, I drink coffee. Yes, I want to lose weight, you know.
These are the
And
ways I've tried before. What hasn't worked? That's such a big question.
yeah, and yes, I want samples, you know, boom.
And you know,
It's
Rick, another
just that
thing that's
simple.
yeah, you know, another thing that's kind of nice about what you just said is I wanted to reiterate one thing. You do not want to just because someone asks for a sample, you do not, number one, we have a terms and conditions policy. When they hit the button that says request a sample, you do not have to send that just because they said, I want my sample. It says the distributor has the right to determine if you're eligible or not eligible. And of course, we're the distributors. We've got the right to say yes or no. There's no bait and switch here. There's no, oh, I gotcha. They can't say, oh, I asked for a sample. I didn't ask for a big sales pitch. Send me my sample or I'm going to call the Better Business Bureau. No way. So, hey, here's your terms and conditions. We make the decision, not them. Second point to this is we are there to teach the distributor how to qualify the person. And I would imagine that if for every 10 leads that they download, they might only send 4 or 5, Rick. You know what I mean? They might eliminate because I like to ask people, look, if this was good, if this worked and you like the flavor of it and you like the taste and you like the appetite suppressancy of all of it, would you spend $2 a cup of coffee? Oh my gosh, there's no way I would spend that. Goodbye. Next.
Right.
No sample.
Okay, well, I got one more question. One more question is, and then I want Chuck to go ahead and take it back over and talk about the apparel. So, but my last question is, you know, you're saying we're the 51st company being set up, I think you said.
That's right.
How many leads do you have the ability to generate per day? What's the most leads that your systems have generated in one day?
Without saying,
Or 1 month?
well, without saying the name of the company, and it's a very big company, we have generated 50,000 leads a month. And that was on an ongoing basis. But when the company gives me the heads up that we're having a big recruiting or a big promotion, we've been able to produce. Now that's on a month by month basis. And that's, you know, really.
And the only reason I asked that, David, was because I just want to make sure these people understand that we're going to have plenty of leads coming at them. And if a lead is bad, that they'll be able to get it replaced right away. And so with that, what I'd like to do, thank you so much, David. I mean, for coming on, you did a great job. It's short enough to where I actually will be able to send it to people. And I'm going to send it back to Chuck. This is Chuck's Zoom.